miles away from home. The road did not ask where I was going. It only kept moving, and somehow, I moved with it. By the time the bus crossed the third town, I realized I was farther from home than I had ever been, not just in distance, but in feeling. Home had become a place that existed only in my pocket phone photos and in the smell of rain I could no longer touch. My name is Lomi, and I left without a big plan. No goodbye party. No long speech. Just a small bag, a quiet heart, and a promise to myself that I would not turn back the same person. The city I arrived in was loud in a tired way. Cars argued with horns. People walked fast, as if late for something important they could not name. Buildings stood tall but looked lonely. I felt small, but also free. No one here knew my story. No one expected anything from me. I rented a room above a woman's food shop. Every morning, the smell of frying onions pulled me out of sleep. The woman, Auntie Sola, spoke little but watched everything. On my first day, she handed me a plate of food without asking my name. That kindness stayed with me longer than the taste. Life miles away from home was not soft. Some days were thin and quiet. Other days felt heavy. I worked small jobs, cleaning, carrying boxes, writing signs for shops that wanted neat handwriting. At night, I lay on my bed and listened to the city breathe through open windows. There were moments I wanted to quit and go back. Not because I failed, but because starting over is tiring. It asks questions you don't always have answers for. Who are you when no one is watching? What do you keep when everything familiar is gone? One evening, the power went out. The street filled with laughter and voices instead of light. Someone played music from a phone. Children danced without caring who saw them. I laughed too, surprised by my own sound. In that darkness, I felt less alone than I had in bright rooms back home. I made friends slowly. A painter who never finished his work. A girl who sold books she had already read twice. A man who fixed radios and believed broken things still had value. We shared stories, not all at once, but piece by piece, like trust. Weeks turned into months. I changed without noticing. My shoulders relaxed. My voice grew steady. I learned that being far from home does not mean being lost. Sometimes, it means you are finally listening to yourself. One morning,